Okay, welcome in social online class, everyone, once again. Now, let's go ahead. Today's topic, Lesson 5.1 on Introduction to Constitution. संविधानको परिचय in Nepali. If I should translate into Nepali, संविधानको परिचय on Introduction to Constitution. Okay. Now, what is Constitution? What are the features of ideal Constitution? What are the basic features of ideal Constitution? How is the history of the Constitution of this world? How is the history of the Constitution of Nepal? On this many sub-topic we shall discuss on here. So, before discussing on those many topics, on so many sub-topics, first of all, let's try to know what is Constitution. संविधान भनेको के हो? Okay, yeah, I brought very lengthy and long definition of constitution, but you know that, constitution, okay, you know that constitution, look here, yes, constitution. I'm trying to introduce you constitution, okay? So on introduction to constitution, constitution is on aggregate. Already I have told you it is a bit long definition. Okay, constitution is on aggregate of fundamental principle. What is constitution? Constitution is an aggregate of fundamental principle or collection of fundamental principle, fundamental rights of the people, or constitution is established precedent. Okay. Many definition are here. Okay, constitution is established precedent. Okay. Established precedent. That means what? Precedent means an example for a similar decision. That means constitution is established decision. Whichever decision has been done, okay, by leaders to rule the nation, to provide the facilities to the citizen. Those all decision, established decision are known as constitution, or constitution is known as aggregate principle or collection of principles. Collection of principle is also known as constitution. Similarly, established precedent or established decisions are also collectively known as constitution. That constitutes, what constitutes? This actually principle, collection of principles and established decision finally constitute the legal basis of a polity. Here, new term is for you, polity. What is polity? A society is a political unit. You know, one society is considered as a political unit by the, politics, political leaders, especially political science. Political science is how the social science like social studies, EPS, and so on are there. Similarly, political science subject is there, which has separate existence in this world. Okay, that political science subjects take the society as a political unit, and such established decision and principles, collection of principles, constitute the legal basis for the society. It means, or that political unit means society or organization. You know that even those established decision and collection of principle, work is a work for the organization, work for the society or other type of entity like a sense or existing thing, and commonly determine how that entity is to be governed. Finally, what that actually constitution give the idea? What sort of idea does it give? At last, it gives the idea that how to rule the nation. So it is a bit lengthy definition. Okay, constitution is collection of fundamental principles, collection of fundamental rights, and even it is the that established decision which are used for ruling the society and different organization, individual living in the nation and society. In this way, I can conclude this. Okay, now very simple definition of constitution. Everybody know, all of you know, I am sure I used to frequently define the constitution as the main law of the nation. Look here, main law, yes, main, M-A-I-N, main, yes, M-A-I-N, main law of the nation. Constitution is the main law of the nation. Constitution is the supreme law of the nation. These are the shortest definition of constitution. Now, which one do you prepare for examination? Simply decide yourself. Better to know the definition of constitution in detail as well. Okay, but if you keep just what is constitution, definition of it, if you keep in mind as a main law of the nation or supreme law of the nation, it is also enough for you. Okay. Now, why to waste a lot of time for defining constitution? Now, let's go to the second other actually information which I have brought for you. Look here, Constitution of Nepal. At present, which constitution is existing in Nepal? Is there existing the Constitution of Nepal 2063? I mean, Antarim Constitution of Nepal 2063 or the Constitution of Kingdom of Nepal 2047? Yes, which one is existing? Definitely those constitution which I just took the name of two constitution has been replaced by one recently you know that publicized constitution, recently promulgated constitution. It is known as Constitution of Nepal 2072 BS. Yes, you might know on 3rd August 2072 BS there was promulgated the new constitution for this Nepal by replacing the Antarim Constitution of Nepal 2063 years. So simply keep in mind, at present, there is one constitution in Nepal. Its name goes like this: Constitution of Nepal 2072 years. Okay, and this very constitution has 45 parts, 308 articles, and 9 schedules. Okay, 9 schedules, different actually parts of the constitution. Look here, when it was just promulgated, date effective, here I brought it. Look here, 3rd August 2072, 6 years ago. Yes, 6 years ago, it was launched in Nepal. It was promulgated in Nepal, and which you know that organization or actually governmental organization promulgated it or prepared it or formulated it. You may know there was a Constituent Assembly, Samvidhan Sabha भन्ने थियो नेपालमा. There were 601 members from different political party. Okay, they were actually elected from the election of 2064 BS. Then you know that those actually 601 members are collectively known as Constituent Assembly. They formulated this Constitution of Nepal 2072, which finally you know that established federalism in Nepal, divided our nation into 7 provinces, like province number 1, province number 2, Bagmati province, Karnali province, Sudar Paschim province, Lumbini province, and so on. You know that into 7 states, this very constitution of Nepal 2072 has divided. Okay. Now location, here's the Constitutional Assembly and Secretariat, Singadarwar, Kathmandu. From there it was published, it was promulgated. This is the location. Okay, those are extra knowledge for you. Look here now, present Constitution of Nepal. Look here, here's the flag of Nepal, Constitution of Nepal 2072. One bulky book, okay, where it has been mentioned the structure of government, you know, regarding federalism, regarding local government, regarding provincial government, regarding the functions and power of president, prime minister, home minister, mayor, everything has been mentioned here in this constitution. Okay, and this very book is known as Constitution of Nepal 2072 BS, where are mentioned so many laws. Okay, where are mentioned so many laws, and on the basis of this constitution, there are formulated other required laws, rules, and regulations for the nation to ruling this nation is more. Okay, now who promulgated this constitution? Definitely, you know, the then president of Nepal, ex-president of Nepal, Dr. Rambaran Yadav. Okay, his photograph is here. He is actually launching the, he is introducing the Constitution of Nepal 2017. When did he introduce this? On 3rd August 2072 BS. Therefore, every year on 3rd August 2072, on 3rd August every year we observe Constitution Day as well. Samvidhan Divas. He is Subhash Chandra Memwan. He was at that time Speaker of the Constituent Assembly, Samvidhan Sabha Sabhamuk the. Therefore, he is also present here. He has also played a vital role to promulgate or what to say, introduce this constitution, new constitution to change this Nepal into new Nepal. Okay. Now let's go to the next slide. Look here, Constitution of USA. How is the Constitution of USA? Don't think that constitution is simply idea and just concept. I don't think so. Constitution. Look here, Constitution of the United States of America. It's also bulky book. Constitution is the collection of fundamental rights, principles, established decision. We have already got such ideas. Here are written and collected all those established decisions of American people, American government, American, that leaders. Beside that, fundamental and that fundamental principles as well as fundamental rights has been also collected here. It is the book which consists of such established decision and fundamental principles of America, which is known as Constitution of America. Now look here, Biden wins US election. What next? This sort of actually topic is here. Okay, he is Joe Biden, present president of USA. You may know in the USA, president exercises executive power. In Nepal, prime minister uses executive power. Okay, I mean in the USA, president is very much powerful. In Nepal, prime minister is very much powerful. In the USA, there is presidential system. Yes, presidential political system. In Nepal, there is prime ministerial governing system. Okay. Now let's go to the next. Now let's discuss on the history of the Constitution. Okay, how is the history of the Constitution of this world? Look here, history of the Constitution. At first, England has no written constitution. Look here, regarding England, our nation has constitution, India has constitution, USA has constitution. They have written constitution, but England doesn't have a written constitution. Such nations are also still existing there. Without writing any constitution also, England is ruling smoothly their country. It works with conventional laws. There are conventional laws. Yeah, conventional laws means traditional laws founded from the early time. If citizens are highly educated, if the nation is developed there doesn't require any constitution. Simply conventional and traditional laws, rules and regulations, social norms and values of the society work as a constitution. You may know that sometimes that social norms and values, culture, work, looks and actually occur more powerful than constitution also. Yeah, संविधान कानुन भन्दा पनि हाम्रा संस्कार संस्कृतिहरू चाहिँ धेरै बलियो भएर देखा पर्छ sometimes. Similarly, look here, actually the process of making written constitution started towards the end of the 18th century. When did they start the culture of formulating the constitution, making the constitution, writing the constitution? From since the end of the 18th century. Before that, in 14th century, 10th century, 9th century, there were not such system to formulate the constitution. There were conventional laws to rule the nation, rule the society. Similarly, look here, regarding history of the Constitution of the United States of America, it adopted or it actually formulated the Constitution in 1787 AD. This is 2000. 21 AD. Okay, how many years back United States of America or USA, wrote the Constitution? Simply you can calculate there. Okay. Therefore, this Constitution formulated and written by the American leaders in 1787 is the oldest constitution of this world in the written form. Similarly, look here, constitution of a country embodies. Now, what actually constitution consists of here? Embodies means what consists of, what includes. Constitution of a country, any country, Nepal, India, USA, any countries, embodies, includes basic point laid in it, which defines the system or form of the government. What sort of government will be there? Either there will be presidential system, or prime ministerial system, or either there will be autocratic government or a democratic government, either there will be the federal government or unitary government. These all are mentioned very clearly in the Constitution. Understood? And yeah, it is mentioned, yeah, I have told you also. Therefore, Constitution must consist of, that form of government. Similarly, either there is unitary or federal government should be there, dictatorial or democratic one, autocratic or democratic one. I have used another term already there. And this very Constitution limits the power of the government. Look here. It means it actually has determined, Constitution determines the power and function of the government. It means executive body of the nation. Yes. Similarly, what are the power and function of the judiciary? What are the power and function of the legislature? I mean parliament. What are the power and function of the Supreme Court and different actually High Court of Nepal, or High Court of other nation? This Constitution Constitution delegates the power. Yes, delegates the power, shares the state power with these three major organs of the government, that is judiciary, executive, judiciary, and legislature. You might know about these three major organs of the government. Okay. Now let's go to the another subtopic. Okay, I'm a bit late today, therefore I may not complete on time, so I'm a bit in a hurry. Are you listening, guys? Continuously I'm describing without addressing you. I am sure you are listening me. Look here, basic features of the Constitution. Now, what are the basic features of the Constitution? संविधानका आधारभूत विशेषताहरू के हुन् त, हैन? संविधानका आधारभूत विशेषताहरू. Basic features of the Constitution goes like this. Look here, three main characteristics of Constitution are as follows. Okay, are created as follows. What are the three main characteristics of Constitution? Look here. First characteristic and features of Constitution is Constitution is a supreme law of the land of the particular country. Okay, so Constitution is the supreme law of the country, supreme law of the land, supreme law of any nation, supreme law. Therefore, supreme law. This terminology, don't forget. Okay, term. It is the one basic feature of the Constitution. Okay. Above this Constitution, nothing can be there. Okay, neither president nor prime minister. No anyone. Okay, no any individual can be the above the Constitution. All of you has to work under the Constitution. Similarly, look here. Constitution is a framework for government. Yes, government is formed recently. There has been formed government in the leadership of Sherbadur Deuwa in Nepal by replacing the government of KP Sharma Oli. You might know, you might have updated yourself regarding the political incidents, events which is going on in Nepal, political changes going on in Nepal. How this actually present government, which is formed in the leadership of Sherbadur Deuwa, should work in Nepal. There has been already mentioned the framework for the government. Okay, similarly, duties of the government, functions and powers of the executive. एक्जिक्युटिभ भनेकै गभर्नमेन्ट है, गभर्नमेन्ट भनेकै सरकार, यसलाई कार्यपालिका इन नेपाली इन इंग्लिश एक्जिक्युटिभ पनि भनिन्छ. ओके, how should be the executive form of the executive? It is mentioned in a constitution. There must be mentioned the form of the government, structure of the government in the constitution. This is the another second basic feature of the constitution. And third, very much important basic feature of the constitution is constitution legitimate, okay, way to grant and limit power of the government official. Okay. There are so many, thousands of millions of government official, civil servant, okay, their power, how much power they can exercise, state power from their office, okay, during their office hour, it has been already mentioned there in a constitution clearly, okay. If it is not mentioned in a constitution, those must be mentioned in a laws related to their office, okay, which has been also actually written and formulated on the basis of the supreme law of the nation, it is known as constitution. In this way, what does constitution legitimate the that grant provided by the foreign countries to the nation. Similarly, constitution legitimate the new government. At present, there has been recently formed government in the leadership of Serbadu Deva. I have told you already. It has been legitimatized, okay, by the present constitution of Nepal. What is the present constitution of Nepal? Constitution of Nepal 2072 BS. Okay, it has given recognition to the present constitution, which replaced the government of KP Sharma Oli. Now look here. Now let's discuss other some features of ideal constitution. We are today discussing on constitution, what are the basic features of constitution, how was the history of the constitution, we have discussed on that. Now let's discuss on ideal constitution. Look here, ideal constitution. It means what? Adarsha Samvidhan. Adarsha Samvidhan, Namuna Samvidhan ka केही विशेषताहरू. Okay, it means good, that some features of good constitution. Okay, a good constitution or the best constitution, we can in this way also know it. Look here, number one, first feature of best constitution or ideal constitution is clarity. Any constitution, which is if their every schedules parts, whatever are there mentioned as a laws, as a established decision, as a actually collection of fundamental principles, those should be clear one. They should be written very clearly, described very clearly. Okay, form of the government, power and function of the judiciary, power and function of the executive, power and function of the president. Everything must be clearly defined and described there in a constitution. If such constitution is there, it is that constitution is definitely ideal constitution. Okay. Ideal constitution should be changeable also. Nothing can be rigid one there. Nothing can remain there, always unchanged. Everything is changeable there. Therefore, ideal constitution must be changeable. Ideal constitution is changeable, can be modified, can be changed, okay, according to the demand and will of the people. Are you listening? So there was actually constitution, interim constitution of Nepal, 2063 BS. It has been replaced by the constitution of Nepal, 2072. Why? Because in Nepal, to some extent, that ideal constitution, I mean features of ideal constitution is being practiced. Look here, now, third features of ideal constitution is universality. Universality, it means what? In all over the world, how is the form of the government? What are the power and function of the president? What are the power and function of the prime minister? What are the power and function of the parliament, member of parliament? These must be mentioned there. संसारभरि जे जस्तो प्रचलनमा छ कानुन हैन सरकारको संरचना यावत विषयहरुमा चाहिँ this should be that common thing mentioned in a constitution. Actually, it is happening also. executive. Every nation has government. Our nation also has government. On the that it has been that determined by the present constitution of Nepal. Similarly, there are actually federalism in Nepal. Some other countries nation also has adopted the federalism, and same sort of federalism has been adopted by Nepal government also. In this way, constitution must consist of universal that political system in the constitution. Similarly, conciseness, yes, constitution must be mentioned in a written in a not so bulky book, in a small book. Okay, it means conciseness means short and sweet. संविधान भनेको चाहिँ छोटो मिठो हुनुपर्छ हैन, छोटो र इफेक्टिभ, short and sweet, short and effective should be there. Our constitution is like that. Okay, separation of power. Constitution, ideal constitution must separate the power. What are the power of the executive? हैन, सरकारको काम के हो? What are the power of the parliament? संसदको काम के हो? हैन. Similarly, what are the power of the judiciary? अब यो सर्वोच्च अदालत र अदालतको कामहरू के हो? This must be clearly defined there in the constitution by separating their power. It has been done by present government, present constitution of Nepal as well. Therefore, to some extent, our nation's constitution is ideal constitution as well. Okay, look at now, next feature of the ideal constitution is respect for public ways. Yes, ideal constitution always respect the people's will, public wish. Let's left just 10 minutes only. Ideal constitution always respect the public wish. There was demand of federal political system in Nepal, so present constitution has adopted, federalism in Nepal and has been divided Nepal into 7 provinces. To some extent, public wish, public desire, will of the people, demand of the people has been fulfilled by the present constitution as well. Therefore, in this case, regarding this, okay, Nepal's constitution also can be to some extent considered as the ideal constitution. Okay, the best one constitution, ideal constitution, always work according to the public wish. Public wish. So look here, provision of fundamental rights. Fundamental rights. Each of a constitution consists of several fundamental rights like right to education, right to property, right to children's rights, women's rights, right to privacy, you know that right to property, right to religion, and a number of other rights, civil rights, fundamental rights, you know, human rights. Such constitution can be only considered as an ideal constitution. There are, that hundreds of constitution has been formulated in this world by different countries' government, but all countries' government hasn't given, that fundamental right to their people. Few fundamental rights have been given there, but complete fundamental right, all fundamental rights aren't given there in those nations. You might know at present there is government of army, government of soldier in Myanmar. Myanmar is such a country where time and again, soldier of that country, army of that country have captured the state and have been ruling the nation. Aung San Suu Kyi, okay, one female leader, woman leader of this influential woman leader of that nation, Aung San Suu Kyi has been, imprisoned there by government of army, and army has been ruling there in Myanmar. I mean to say that fundamental rights of the citizen of Myanmar country has been violated there. They abandoned their fundamental rights. Okay, if there is constitution, from the constitution, fundamental right might be avoided as well. Yes, to make the people powerless. Yes, I mean wherever is actually rule of the army, okay, wherever is rule of the king, wherever is autocratic ruler like Rana ruler, they won't be given the fundamental right to the people through the constitution. But if there is democracy, if there is federalism in such country through the constitution, through the ideal constitution, or through the constitution, many more fundamental rights are given and guaranteed to the people. Therefore, such constitution can be known as a ideal constitution. Look here. Now, the last one, features of the ideal constitution. There are many features of the ideal constitution, but what if I have brought among them? This is the last one. Independent judicature, judges collectively, the judiciary. Independent judicature. Listen here. In Nepal, also, in most of the countries, constitution there has been, you know, there has been mentioned there has been guaranteed the independent existence of judicature or judiciary. Here, judiciary means न्यायपालिका in Nepali. Judicature or judiciary consists of the Supreme Court and all the 77 district court and 7 high court of Nepal in the present context of Nepal. Those are collectively known as judicature or judiciary. Those are 77 district court, 7 high court, and 1 Supreme Court are independent. And recently, that judicature or judiciary of Nepal, especially Supreme Court, has used its independent power, okay, by declaring, by giving instruction, president to nominate the Sherbadur Deva on the post of prime minister as well, because of the bold decision of the judiciary of Nepal. At present, Sherbadur Deva has actually come as our has been nominated on the post of prime minister of Nepal. You may not know. In this way, that if ideal constitution is there, ideal constitution in this way separates the or makes the 3 major organ of the government, judiciary, executive, and legislature, independent one. Yes, powerful one. Are you listening? Powerful one. They will have a independent existence if there is existing ideal constitution. Okay, these are some features of the ideal constitution. I'm sure you have gained some knowledge on the features of the ideal constitution as well. Now, simply analyze yourself. Either our nation's constitution is ideal constitution or not. You can simply analyze it. You can actually simply study it, okay, and you can reach in your conclusion. I have told you already in my point of view, our nation's constitution is to some extent ideal constitution as well, but it is not implemented honestly by the leaders. Because of this reason, there are occurring so many problems, especially political instability in our Nepal. Okay, now